No niin, täällä ollaan taas. Tarkoituksena olisi jatkaa tätä Elder Scrolls Onlinein uusinta lisäosaa eteenpäin. Ja tosiaan niin kun, tällä hetkellä mä jäin tänne itse asiassa katselemaan yhtä juttua. Siinä on harpyjä on melkoisen korkeassa paikassa. Pitäisi olla puulat vasta, mutta puu on ilmeisesti kadonnut. Noin, druidien luokse piti mennä. Tapetaan nää ensimmäiset tästä pois. Kiitos vaan tykkäämisestä, Esko. Katsotaan mitä löytyy. Ei oo mitään ihmeellistä tässä säkissä. No niin, tässä on meidän kartta. Semmonen juttu tuli mieleen, että voisi periaatteessa hakea tosta noin niin kuin pankista niin kokemuskeeryt. Ja mä oon tehnyt näitä näin juttuja, niin saa itse asiassa ihan kivat restostaffit. Näköinen tää uusi. Joo, käydäänkin tuolla pankissa katsomassa, jos löytyisi jotain kivaa. Mä aloitin tälleen niinku aika tuoreella hahmolla, niin vois periaatteessa niinku joku kokemuspisteen scrollin lukee, niin ehkä toi niinku tason nousu olisi vähän nopeampaa. ESO Plussaa tietysti maksan edelleen sun kuukausimaksu, mutta siihen tulee niin kaikkea todella kivaa mukaan. Viimeksi tosiaan niin kun ruvettiin epäilemään, että täällä saarella olisi jonkinlaista vilunkipeliä menossa. Jonkinlainen rosvoritarien porukka oli sammutellut majakkaa ja muuta tällaista mennyt tekemään.
I took this job to see what people want to store. So, what do you want to store?
Katsotaan, jos löytyisi. Mä oon kyllä vähän niin kuin tapana pistää kaikki mahdolliset piiloon tossa. Näitä vaan on vuosien saatossa kehitetty. Nyt käytännössä siis, mitä tää vaikuttaa, niin 8 tunniksi niin kuin 50% lisää kokemuspisteitä. Plus sitten ESO Plus tilaaja saa jo valmiiksi vähän.
Would you happen? Hello again. Volcanic activity on the...
Okei,
Thanks for help. It must seem...
Niin noita vulkaanisia paikkoja pitää käydä tuhoamassa.
Be careful out there. That depends on who requests the work.
Care to take on it? The Stone Lore Circle asked for help.
A sea elf zealot named Serpent Caller Vincia is meddling
Maurmeria
with native
taas.
snakes in the hills east of All Flags Island. She warps them with Mauimer magic, making them dangerously aggressive. We need to stop her. Not quite. The druids also asked us to retrieve the serpent eggs that Vincia is altering with her magic. Bring them back here, and try not to drop any. If you have any other questions, seek out a druid named Feral. He's in Gonfalon Square.
Tätä mä vähän ihmettelen, kun
No
on...
need to worry about your pay. House do fort.
Kun niinku täytyy käydä joku pomo tappamassa. Okei. Sitten siellä paikalla on asioita, mitä mun täytyy keräillä mukaan. Miksi? Mitä lisää se tuo tähän peliin, että mun täytyy jotain niinku munia keräillä nyt mukaan? Koska niitä riittää kaikille pelaajille siellä. Niistä ei joudu tappelemaan. Sä et pysty ne ei vaikuta mitenkään sun palkkioon, ne vaan täytyy kerätä. Ja ne on yksi asia, minkä sä voit unohtaa. Niin. Tosiaan ihmettelen kovasti. Kovasti tällaista näin. Näitä päivittäisiä tehtäviä kannattaa tehdä, kun täältä saattaa tipahtaa sitten erilaisia niinku hyödyllisiä esineitä noista noin palkkiojutuista. Jaha, Kaalimaa. Druidien paikka. Kyllähän nyt druidit tykkää niinku puutarhan hoidosta.
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
Tuliko tässä lisärissä mitään pelimekaniikka TMS-päivityksiä vai onko se vain pelattavaa sisältöä? Tässä tuli korttipeli, mitä viime lähetyksessä itse asiassa pelattiin. Tämmönen keräilykorttipeli, jota sä voit lätkiä ympäri Tamrielia. Koska ilmeisesti kaikki MMOt tarvii jonkun tämmöisen minipeli.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once.
Ymmärrän täysin. Niinpä, siis se on niin kuin aika jännä ilmiö. Pakat takaisin tähän juoneen. Okei, eli rosvoritarit on
A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map. I saw a band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous.
Eli maagien killan ja taistelijoiden killan edustajat on niin kuin varmaan kateissa.
We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifrei, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal. Our people, the Breton people, went astray when they forgot the ways of nature. Stone walls and empty titles separate folk from the true way. We help them remember what their ancestors once knew. Some circles see it differently, of course. Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifrei's will differently, but druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonelore Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work. Yes, travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders. The weird are Breton witches. They follow teachings and practices that share a common ancestry with the Druids. Whereas we left the mainland, they remained behind to safeguard the forests of High Rock. We have more in common than we have differences. The
Eli tekin
biggest that you
palvotte
would
Daedraa.
notice is that the
Selvä.
weirds are all female, while we Druids accept all genders in our ranks.
Okay.
And we organize in circles of common beliefs, while the weird sisters form covens. Oh, you'll find Druids throughout the Sisters Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we Druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived. Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock. They lost. Driven into exile, the Druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the Druids.
Selkeästi. Näyttää, että saa ottaa luvan kanssa tavaraa. Voisikin syödä jotain. Ruuista saa pitkiä buffeja tässä pelissä. Tosin ei ihan samalla niin kuin tasolla kuin jossain niin kuin New Worldissa oli aika kovat buffit muistaakseni. Auringonkukapellot. Sattumaa? I think not. No eli siis niitä pahiksia. Tää on mielenkiintoista. Ja?
Over here. I could use some help.
No tietysti maagilla on tai näkymättömyysjuoma mukana.
You're the one Lady Arabelle spoke to at the docks, aren't you? You volunteered to help investigate the ships that failed to reach port. It's good to see a friendly face, especially after what just happened. Guild General Quentin accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quentin was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quentin and knocked me senseless. They captured Quentin.
Taistelijoiden killan touhua taas.
I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us? And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quentin. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut. Lady Arabelle and I had dealt with him on the mainland. The Order tried to stop the conference by striking at delegates before they even left Tamriel.
Okei.
We stopped them, but not before the previous guild delegate was killed. Then they appointed me. I came to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics, and Quentin decided to tag along. When Ravana told us about rogue knights, I feared it might be the Ascendant Order. Quentin wanted to investigate. Turned out I was right. No, We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan, but I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out? Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference. They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated.
Kuka pystyisi nostamaan myrskyn? Maarmerit pystyy.
If they recognized us as delegates, there's
Epäilyttävää.
all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an
Maarmerit
option.
kyllä tykkäis
But
pissiä
who can really say
kaikkien
what those
muroihin.
helmeted bastards are thinking?
Eli katso, jos tuo on tappelus menossa, niin... Tää on taas tää sama tyyppi. Väärä paikka. Poistetaan paikalta. Tää näyttää olevan aika rauhallinen tää taistelupaikka.
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to find your friend.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. It seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quentin, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away. I enchanted the invitation medallions that each delegate carries, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quentin. Now let me see. They moved north and east, across the loch. I see a chapel, crypts, maybe abandoned? No question. Quentin is there. Lady Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scrying, but I wasn't able to detect anything. No,
Epäilyttävää.
we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin. I'll meet you at Lady Arabelle's little pavilion, what she calls her...
Niin se on tuolla noin. Jaha. Olisikohan se sivuquestin aika? Taitaisi olla sivuquestin aika. Nimittäin nähtiin tuolla Stibbons. Mielenkiintoinen kivi noin niinku kokoelma. Täytyy ottaa vähän hankala reitti. Onnistui se sittenkin. Uudessa tuossa Blackwoodissa oli
Oh, bother. Milady's gotten herself into terrible trouble.
taas. Tää on niinku 10. kerta. Joo, oli questi, mikä perustui täysin tuon Stibbonsin, eli tää on niinku yhden aatelisnaisen niinku, henkilökohtainen palvelija, niin se questi perustui tämän tyypin rääkkäämiseen ihan täysin.
You there?
Putsle, missä
I hate to
rääkättiin
impose,
Stibbons.
but I'm in something of a pickle and could use a modicum of assistance. Do you happen to have any experience dealing with ancient curses?
Tää on ihan aaluakan sähläystä varmaan taas tapahtunut.
Yes, of course. Milady always says I misplaced my head if it wasn't attached. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the curse. My mistress, Lady Laurent, was hired to help prepare this site for some important meeting or another. Then disaster struck. Well, usually I'm the one who stumbles into trouble, but this time Milady found the old chest. It was so unlike her to open it herself, and that's when she activated the curse.
Tää on yleensä,
I'd
joka
gladly give you
keräilee
my annual
kirokset.
stipend if you help me save Lady Laurent. Oh, thank you. You've lifted a great weight off my shoulders. Come along. Lady Laurent is along the southern coast. Do prepare yourself. The curse has made Milady a different person. Literally. She's been possessed by an ancient sea captain. Well, I'm far from an expert in such matters, but it started as soon as Milady opened that old chest. Lady Laurent immediately changed and started acting like an ancient sea captain. She's certainly not her usual demanding self. Technically, it's an islet. All Flags Islet, to be precise. It has some historical significance, but that's more Milady's area of expertise than mine. I believe it used to be some sort of monument or museum. Just that, I noticed a lot of historical plaques scattered about. They talk about the All Flags Navy, which I think was rather famous in its day. The Society of the Steadfast hired Lady Laurent to preserve the site prior to their big meeting. I couldn't say. I'm just a meager, put-upon manservant, after all. I may have heard a mention or two about influential visitors and an important discussion, but I didn't really pay much mind. Lady Laurent keeps me very busy, you understand. Lady Laurent was hired to preserve any items and structures of historical import and make the islet safe for the upcoming meeting. They knew they had a problem with undead, but they never mentioned anything about an ancient curse.
No se epäkuolleet saattaisi olla jonkinlainen vinkki tästä näin, mutta okei.
Because as soon as she opened the old chest, her posture changed. She started to swear like a sailor. Claimed she was the captain of a great sailing vessel and ordered me around like a lowly deckhand. It was even more degrading than usual. Mostly because the sea captain rambled about the curse of the islet and the curse that binds his spirit, etc., etc. Made the hair on my neck stand on end. To think there's someone in there with Milady. Oh, it's very troublesome. You've never heard of the famous historian and treasure hunter, Lady Clarice Laurent? Some of the most important discoveries of the age can be directly attributed to Milady.
Tätä voi löytää melkein
As for me,
jokaisesta
I'm
niinku
just her humble
pelin alueelta.
manservant. Now,
Eli ihan
about that sea
peruspelissäkin
captain.
oli.
Not very much, I'm afraid. He's boisterous, confident, and rather bawdy, if I'm being honest. I detest him, and I can't abide such a depraved individual taking up residence in my mistress. It's unseemly.
Joo, niin All Flags Navy oli siis laivasto, joka ensimmäisellä ajalla seilasi tonne Trassian riifille ja upotti Sloadien niin kuin tornin. Sloadit on merimatoja, jotka tykkää nekromantiasta. Ja se on tää näin lännessä tää saariryhmä, niin tää on luonnollisesti varmaan ne on täällä näin käynyt huoltamassa. Noin. Okei, me päästiin tänne näin. Tästä on Wayshrine.
You opened my old hope chest? Oh, that's not good.
Lady Clarice Laurent. I'm Lady... No, I am someone else.
Captain? Is that you in there, my love?
Ah, first a curse and now a ghost. Oh, talk to Lady Laurent, please. I'm much too upset for rational discourse.
My darling Jan, seeing you makes my loins stir and my... Ow! Ugh, get out of my head! Is that... Oh, what a ridiculous question. Wait, who are you? Did my hapless manservant actually manage to find someone willing to help? Oh, good. I seem to have unleashed some sort of curse when I opened this chest. It's the sea captain. Stibbins and I were exploring when I spotted this hope chest partially buried in the sand. I usually let my manservant deal with such things, but for some reason, I felt compelled to open it. That's when... I remember my ship, a proud vessel, and my valiant crew. There was a storm, I think, but I can't remember my name. Ooh, interesting. My body didn't have quite this many tempting curves the last time I checked. Why, I'm Captain... Captain... Kinnereth's R sits right on the tip of my tongue. Well, never mind that. Come, Jan. We must hither to the big tree. I promised to meet you there, and now that I have a body, nothing can stop me.
Oh dear! Follow Lady Laurent. She's in no condition to wander off on her own.
Did my love say we were to meet by the big tree? I remember. Something. But everything seems caught in a fog. I fear I cannot tell you much. The curse has something to do with forgetfulness.
Okay.
And plays havoc with the memories of all it touches. Including me. I remember a little. My name is Jan Emery. I know I've been waiting a very long time for my love to return to me. That sounded like him. Inside that noble lady. I think so? Oh, why is it so hard to remember anything? Damn this curse. It puts me all out of sorts. Please, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It upsets me so. Wait! I'm coming with you.
No. Lady Lauren, missä se on? Se on tuolla. Okei, tässä on puu.
Begone, brother.
The ancient sea captain has brought you and I into his fancies. He thinks I'm his... brother? Third or... Milady, you're confused.
Ah, there you are, my turtle dove. Come to me, my darling. I've missed you so.
The ghost woman. She's inside you, friend. The captain thinks you're her. Talk to Milady and play along. See what you can learn.
Ah, fair Jan. How I've longed to hold you close again. You were never far from my thoughts, even while I sailed across the stormy seas. And here I am, just as I promised, back from the war for an intimate rendezvous under our favorite tree. You tease me, my little vixen. You know I am a captain in the magnificent All-Flags Navy. Perhaps the best in the entire fleet. Ah, but I do enjoy our little amusements. What game are we playing this time, pray tell?
All Flags Navy. Itse asiassa osa aluksista löytyy Cold Harborista, niin Molag-Ballin valtakunnasta ihan peruspelissä, että se ei tainnut ihan mennä täysin putkeen.
Alas,
Yhdellinen voitto ehkä Sladeista.
Those Sload are terrible creatures. But know this! Every time I set sail, I do it for you. I cannot abide another day with my love in dire peril from the threat of Thras's monsters. Now I know you jest, my sweet. To my crew, I am captain. But to you, I am... Ow! 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 Oh! Get out! Ugh, yes, it's me. At least for the moment. Take my useless manservant and go to the lighthouse. The plaques there tell the story of the All Flags Navy. Maybe they contain a clue as to how to break this damn curse. Off with you. Take Stibbins and investigate the lighthouse. I'll be along in a moment. I need to compose myself. It's clear that this randy sea captain has strong feelings for the ghost that's inside you. Maybe we can use that. Let me ponder. No idea. But I could see her inside you while the captain was at the helm, as it were. She was giving me... him, the puppy dog eyes. Very disconcerting. Anyway, to the lighthouse. It's clear this is somehow tied to the All Flags Navy. Ugh, you do realize it's taking everything I have to keep that foul-mouthed, lascivious sea captain at bay? Go read the plaques and learn the history for yourself. Or maybe you can get that ghost inside you to help. I'll be along shortly.
Oh, yes, the lighthouse. It's full of historical information. What a good idea, milady.
Right. On täällä kyllä vähän kummituksia. Lighthouse.
Examine the historical facts and see what you make of them.
Ah, the old lighthouse. I remember it well.
Eli tää oli niin kuin ruuttopandemia ensimmäisellä ajalla 2200. Enemmän kuin puolet Tamrielin väestöstä kuoli siihen. Aika paljon. Siihen on oikeasti superrutto ollut kyseessä. Ne ei tiennyt alussa, että mistä se rutto oli tullut. Falinesti. Liikkuva kaupunki. Totta kai se kantaa ruttoa ympärinsä. Vaihtaa 3 kertaa vuodessa paikkaa. Okei, eli niin on Katsiittien valtakuntakin romahti siinä 16 heimosta 2. Sitten ne sai tietää, että Sloadit on...
Ah, yes, the Thracian plague. Terrible disease, simply terrible. I was lucky. So many others, not so much.
Penduolo, kolumbialainen kuningas. Laivasto niin kuin kaikista valtakunnista. Alessian keisari. Nimi pyyhitty pois jostain syystä. Okei, tää on niinku kokoamisalue ollut tälle laivastolle tää.
I remember the Baron Admiral quite fondly. Excellent leader. I would have followed him anywhere. And I suppose I did. What a sight! When the first ships of the All Flags Navy sailed into the upgraded harbor, I was aboard one of those vessels, and it was here that I met my lady love.
Se on 130 laivaa. Argoniaania, Bretoniaania, kolovianlaisia haltioita, kajiitteja, redguardeja, palkkasotureita. Okei, ja Syrabane oli siis mukana tässä yrityksessä. Tämä me taidettiin tietää jo aikaisemmin. Paljon menetettiin tosiaan. Ison myrskyn läpi. Coral Tower oli se mikä noin
So many
piirrettiin
lost. But even as my ship sank beneath the waves, I knew that victory was in our grasp.
Puolet armadasta menetettiin.
Tobin Moorcroft. I know that name. My brother. Yes! Yes, the Master Builder was my brother!
Tobin Moorcroft. Oh, this is all that wretched scoundrel's fault.
The
I
ghost
read
woman.
these plaques all the time.
She's no longer inside you, my friend. See what she wants. I'm much too frightened to approach any such apparition.
I read these
Steve
plaques all the time,
pelästy.
but I never remember a word. Just that history has forgotten my love. And even I can only remember bits and pieces. Until today. I remember Tobin Moorcroft, and I spit on his memory. I remember that he was a cad and a coward. A sorry excuse for a man. He was my beloved's brother, and the master builder of the All Flags Memorials. He carved the names into the garden plaque personally. But not my captain's. Not my love. I remember only glimpses, like a shadow moving across a wall. He was a sea captain. Tall, strong, proud. He called me his little turtle dove, his safe port in a storm. Oh, I wish I could remember his name, or his touch, or his face. The All Flags. Yes, I think that's right. That's what it says on these old plaques. Oh, I wish I could remember more. It's the curse, I fear. Gets into everything and muddies the water. Been that way ever since... Tobin. Yes, I
Okay.
refused that snake's advances. I was grieving in shock and in pain. And he demanded I betray my love for another man. How could I? It was too soon. You must help. I think it started at the inn. End this curse so I can remember.
Työ on tosin
The
aika
inn?
voimakas
The building
kirous.
at the center of the island? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go look.
Siinä on Sluad-patsas. Joo, tänne ei pääse. Museosaari. Pöllö.
I remember this place. Jan and I shared many pleasant encounters beneath this roof before I set sail with the fleet.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not.
Lady Jan seems to think one of us is someone untoward. Talk to her, my friend.
Aina ne elää nyt tätä uusiksi tätä niitten. Se on muuten jonkinlainen lautapeli. Seafood. Fish.
No, Tobin. You cannot offer me a drink.
and I have absolutely no intention of dancing with you. I'm here with my captain, and I have no patience for the advances of his foolish younger brother. Away with you, foul sir.
Jan is mine, little brother. Go play with your hammer and chisels. My sweet deserves a night to remember before I set sail from Port Sargo.
A night to remember? But anyway, Port Sargo. That's the old dock on the eastern shore of this very islet.
Okei. Täältä ei pääsekään mihinkään. Tässä on valitettavasti aika iso määrä niinku suljettuja huoneita ja ovia ja näin edespäin tässä pelissä. Tää on tämmönen fantasiaversio Suomenlinnasta ilmeisesti.
The ruins of Port Sargo. Somewhat disconcerting, as long deserted places tend to be. But there's a plaque. See what it says.
Okei, tossa. Hawk's name started here. Ensimmäiset 14 laivaa. Relentless Anvil Song.
The pristine halberd. The captain's name has been scratched off the plaques on the pedestal and on the wall.
Here to see me off, little brother? How touching. Baron Admiral Bendu, my vessel is ready to sail as soon as you give the word.
Baron Admiral Bendu Olo was in charge of the All Flags Navy. Pretend to be the Admiral, and perhaps the captain will reveal his name.
Baron Admiral, after years of preparation, we're finally ready to show those slug bastards what for. My ship was one of the first to join the fleet, and today it's ready. Give the word and we'll set sail on the next wave. Why, just the finest warship ever to set sail from High Rock. Surely you remember the name of... Why, yes, of course! The pristine halberd! The pride of the Breton fleet. We've helped protect this rock during the long years of buildup. Now we're ready to be the instrument of vengeance, just as you planned. The captain? Why, I am the captain! My name? Why, I'm... Renwick Moorcroft, captain of the pristine halberd and proud member of the All Flags Navy. Oh, out! No, I'm Lady Laurent. He's Captain Renwick. But why haven't you broken this curse yet? I'm not sure how much longer I can fight off the captain. Talk to Stibbins and end this already!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft, my beloved's true name. You must add my beloved's name to the main garden monument before we forget it again.
That's not going to happen. Only the hammer and chisels of Tobin Moorcroft can carve those tablets. I hid them where they will never be found. My big brother, so proud, so famous, but not anymore. I made sure he'll never be remembered. Stibbins? What a ridiculous name. I'm Tobin Moorcroft, master builder of the All Flags Navy monuments. My work, unlike my brother's, will be remembered forever. Everything on Monument Islet. Well, I had help. Apprentices, assistants, laborers. But the design and the fine detail work? That's all mine. The finest hammer and chisel in the world. I paid a small fortune for the enchantments, but you'll never discover where I hid... Out, you vile creature! Never fear, I'm myself again. And better yet, I know where this Tobin hid his tools. I saw it while he was inside my head. To the graveyard, my friend! Gravestone? That's what I saw in Tobin's mind. Dig there.
No, not my tools. Dig somewhere else.
You have the tools? Quickly, carve my beloved's name into the plaque at the Memorial Garden. Once his name is added to the central monument, we will never forget him again.
A dedication ceremony? For me? How exciting!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft of the Pristine Halberd. Place my beloved's name where it belongs.
Oh, you do it, friend. My hands are shaking. I'm so nervous.
Well done, my turtle dove. You saved my memory. Now we can be together for all eternity.
I did have a little help, Renwick, my love. Now come, my darling. We have a lot of catching up to do.
My big brother, the famous sea captain, wins again. How typical.
Stibbins! Did that really happen? Did that really happen? Did I have the spirit of some ancient all-flags Navy captain residing inside my head? My memory is all a jumble. How do I feel? Like some virile man was stomping around inside my body with his oversized boots and manly urges. It was unsettling. And, if I'm being totally honest, somewhat arousing. Oh, never mind that. My manservant wants a word with you. But please hurry. I have a task for Stibbins that needs to be dealt with post-haste.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I never would have been able to save Lady Laurent without your help. Oh, yes. Of course, the effects may linger for a time, but the worst of it is over. And we righted a wrong of history. Captain Renwick Moorcroft's role in the All-Flags Navy has been restored. But how is Lady Laurent? Is she all right? An urgent task? Oh, well, nothing ever changes. But I live to serve. Here, my annual stipend, just as I promised. Thanks again for saving Lady Laurent, ending the curse, and restoring a piece of the archipelago's history. Now I must see to me lady.
Stibbins? Come here, my manservant. All this foolishness about forgotten love has given me an itch. I am in need of a good scratch.
Milady, I could never... well, if you insist.
That sounds like a Bane chapel, but only one medallion is there.
Quentin isn't far. My scrying spell returned a strong and clear result. You will come with us to rescue him, won't you? Talk to Lady Arabelle and she'll tell you what she's thinking.
Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission, my dear? Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Reach stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure. Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing delegates. I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel. I said you deserve the truth. Lord Bacaro invited the Alliance leaders here for peace talks. He hopes to end the Three Banners War. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Meet me at the chapel north of the loch. We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the loch. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight. Not a student of politics, my dear. I understand completely. They're the leaders of the alliances vying for the Ruby Throne. Well, Irene and Emmerich lead 2 of the alliances. Ernskar is the son of Yoren the Skald King, who leads the 3rd. You poor dear. You must pay more attention to current events. Queen Irene leads the Aldmeri Dominion, High King Emmerich the Daggerfall Covenant, and Prince Ernskar represents the Ebonheart Pact, the opponents in the aptly named Three Banners War. It's complicated. The Ruby Throne sits vacant, and the Tamrielic Empire lacks an emperor. None of the alliances can stomach the idea that one of the others might win the throne. It's a wonder Bacaro and I got them to agree to these peace talks. Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Let me write that down. Besides, we have to risk it. Both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders. We know their medallions aren't there, but they could have lost them at sea. Regardless, if the Ascendant Order uses the chapel as a hideout, we may learn something about their plans. Or a clue as to where to search for the Alliance leaders, perhaps.
There. It's open. Got any more locks you need picked? How about you, Valencia?
I think not, thank you.
Now's not the time, Jakan. Let's see what awaits us down in the crypts.
Hey, good looking. Didn't expect to see me turn up again? Guess Lady Arabelle's got more for me to do than stand around on a street corner looking pretty. She calls me her operative. Indentured servant is more like it. Valencia? Poor girl's smitten with me. She can't help it. And who am I to break her heart? So I flirt a little, just in case she's looking for an excuse to finally agree to my advances. I can see why you'd have that opinion. Valencia hides her true feelings well, and she's hesitant to start a romance with a colleague. But she'll come around. And if not, I can take no for an answer. It's just, well, that hasn't happened before.
I can't pinpoint the exact location of Quentin's medallion. He could be anywhere in here.
I'll scout ahead. Maybe someone should watch the door in case anyone follows us.
I'll keep watch. Be careful.
Aw, I knew you cared.
Quentin is our priority, but keep your eyes open. Who knows what the Ascendant Order left lying about? Ascendant Order propaganda. Don't be taken in. They are not as benevolent as they want you to think. No sign of Quentin, though. We should keep going. The Ascendant Order has the captains of our missing ships. But where are the Alliance leaders? First things first, clear the path to the South Crypt, please. We must rescue the captains and hope that Quentin is with them.
Arabelle.
Colleen, Zaji, Zuzo. Thank the divines you're all right. But where are the delegates?
Apologies, my lady. We lost our charges.
Zaji is not all right.
Not to spoil the reunion, but we're about to get company.
Jakan, free the captains. Friend, keep the Ascendant Order at bay. Buy us some time.
Wait, got it!
Collect Valencia and get the captains to safety, Jakan. We'll find Quentin.
The Knights took Quentin away not long ago. I think they're questioning him now.
Then we must hurry. Come, my friend. Down there. It's Quentin. Let's listen and try to figure out what's going on.
A new age of peace is upon us. An age of free peoples, standing together, not kneeling to distant thrones.
This is not your war, General. What say you?
The war took everything from me. I am with you. How can I help?
The Order is trying to recruit Quentin? We have to put a stop to this.
Each delegate carries a medallion like this one, Magus. It serves as both an invitation and a key.
keep it. We may need your access later. Right now, I want you to kill the meddling investigator nipping at our heels.
Lady Arabelle? But she's...
No longer working alone. She's found some capable help. Deal with them.
Oh, Quentin. I guess you've made your choice.
Joo, mä oon huomannut, että niin kun, jos mulla on tässä nauhoituksasetukset liian kovalla, niin mulla crashaa jostain syystä toi nauhoitus jossain vaiheessa. Mulla nauhoittaa vähän niin kuin laadukkaammaksi. Okei, webkameran mikki näköjään toimii. Se on nopein fiksi tähän ongelmaan. Tää on joku OBS:n oma pukin, mitä törmää. Taas viime kerralla kun testattiin, niin ei tullut tätä ongelmaa. Täällä on jauhoja. Jauhot on se saa tarkkaan. Kannattaa ottaa mukaan. Jaha.
Here is your chance, Quentin. Stop these fools and strike a blow for the people.
I'm sorry, Lady Arabelle, but I have made my choice.
For the Ascendant
Do
Order!
what you must. We can't allow the General to stop us.
Huh. Jännä, että ne sai tän taistelijan killan kenraalin käännytettyä puolelleen.
I'm sorry it came to that, but well thought, my friend. Let's speak outside.
Dekkipalanen löytyy, eli ilmeisesti jos tämän kampanjan pelaa läpi, niin saa niinku dekin tohon keräilykoskipeliin. Let's talk outside. 12 taso tuli kans. Nostetaan vähän tasoja. Mikrofoni toimii. Tää meni tänne.
I didn't expect General Quentin to turn on us, and I certainly didn't desire his death. It seems sympathy for the Ascendant Order is more widespread than I knew. We must be cautious, particularly with whom we choose to trust going forward. Do I expect it? No. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard down. This venture wasn't a complete failure, though. We rescued the captains of our missing ships. We need to find out what happened at sea and what befell the Alliance leaders. To Mandrake Manor, my home in Gonfalon Bay. I'll mark it on your map. Jacan Valencia and I have been using my townhouse as a base of operations. I'm confident that it is as safe from the Ascended Order as any other location we might choose. Oh, the name comes from a book I'm rather fond of. I bought the manor to serve as my home in retirement, and I keep a few mementos of my career there. Meet me there, my dear, and we'll see what our rescued captains have to say about all this.
Ok. Se on karttaa. Täällä oli tapettavaa. Varmaan lisää sivuquesteja, jos tonne lähtee. Voisin sitä kiertää tosta ja mennä sitten tonne. Osuuko pää? Ei osunut pää. Mielenkiintoisen näköisiä paikkoja täällä. Ainakin kartan puolesta. Druidien kivihökötyksiä ja muuta mukavaa. No. Taistelupaikkoja ympäriinsä.
Get away from me, stupid thing! Steer clear of Tor Dreok, stranger. Those strange moats are everywhere. I saw one of them turn a cow into a person.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here before one of them gets me. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a farm animal. I don't know. I was just trying to cut through the area around the old wizard's tower there when I spotted those strange moats. It was chaos. Unnatural things started happening, and then one of the moats started chasing me. No, not that I've ever seen. And I take that shortcut almost every day. The Magister who lives there and his Khajiit assistant, Ember, are nice enough. I hope they're all right. I'm not crazy enough to go back. You look brave. Maybe you could?
Tower full of trouble. Selvä. Varmasti minun pitää ratkaista sitten.
Get back here, you stupid thing!
I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you look like someone who's good at cleaning up messes. I've got a big one for you, if you're up for it. I'd pay you for your time, but I need someone quick on their feet. This mess is turning into a crisis.
Yleensä Khajiitit puhuu kolmannessa persoonassa, tää puhuu ensimmäisessä persoonassa, mutta se vaan tarkoittaa sitä, että se on kasvanut jossain muualla kuin Elseverissä. Ei siis puhu siis äidinkielessä kielenä Taalgraa. Ja sillä on niinku toi ylhäishaltijoiden niinku vaatteet päällä.
I was experimenting with a spell while my mentor Magister Iran was away, but the magic went awry. If it doesn't get dealt with, it's going to spread beyond this area and harm a bunch of innocent people. I can't fix it on my own, so I need help. I need to develop a counterspell, but first the protective wards around the area need to be restored by someone other than myself, so I don't taint the magic. That's where you come in. Like I said, if you help, I can pay. Hold still. You'll need this unless you want to spend the next few hours as a sheep. Not as glamorous as it sounds. And here, take these crystals. You'll need them to restore the wards. The first one is in the meadow just up the hill to the north.
Yksi luolasta, missä oli niinku Pomo muutti niinku muita ryhmäläisiä niinku lampaiksi?
Mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordriak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting anything now. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their creator, intentionally or not. Messing with forces already attuned to you can have unpredictable results. Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. Fussy, Magister Irin likes to say. And since my spell is already wreaking havoc across Tordreak, I'd rather not take any unnecessary risks while fixing it. The name's Ember. Well, technically it's a nickname, but it's all I use. I'm Magister Irin's apprentice. I think he regrets taking me on sometimes, but he's got a big heart. He saw that I had no formal training and told me to come here to learn. This is Tordreak. There's a big wizard's tower, you can't miss it. I've been living there with Magister Irin, plus a few people who keep up the grounds and the tower itself. All of whom have been affected by my spell, I'd guess. All you have to do is place those crystals I gave you on the 3 protective wards. It'll be easy, I promise. Mostly trying to keep anything with ill intent away from you. My errant spell seems to be affecting the creatures around Tordreak in all kinds of ways. Things that were once docile might be a little, grumpy right now.
Sitten. Voi ensimmäisenä. Devil. Jaettu pelimaailma, niin täällä on noita muita pelaajia pyörimässä.
Here we are. I'm going to cut. That's 1 ward restored. Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here.
Kiva torni muuten.
I really should have paid more attention to Magister Irin when he was explaining how these protective wards work. I should have paid more attention to him in general, actually. The next one is in the glade. It's just across the way to the west. Unfortunately, no. The wards are just to keep the unstable magic inside the bounds of Tordrea. That way, I can work on a counterspell without worrying about the original spell spreading. Magister Irin made sure I knew what they were and what purpose they served as soon as he took me on as an apprentice. He wanted me to be familiar with as much as Tordreak as possible, or at least the parts that keep it safe.
Enchanted cow. Okei, selvä. Petoeläimiä ei varmaan kannata tappaa, kun ne on kuitenkin työntekijöitä tai jotain. Että on kovatilia. Luolavarti pitää vielä pistää tosiaan.
This is the last one. Let's get this over with quick. Place the warding crystal. That's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I need to figure out what to do next. I know my rogue spell is to blame for most of the weirdness happening around Tordreok, but it almost seems like these damned moats are becoming dangerous. They're doing more than just mischievous magic. Fish biscuits. I need to figure this out. I'm not sure. The moats aren't new. They're always hanging around Tordreok. I think they're drawn to places like this. But there was nothing in my spell that should have made them act malevolent. And there are a lot more around than usual. Yes, I can make traps to contain them, but I'm still worried about their behavior. While I work on the traps, could you head into the tower and look to Magister Iren's things? He might have a book with more information about the moats. See if you can find anything in the tower about the moats. I'll meet you there and start on the traps.
Ihan tyylikäs tapa poistua paikalta. On muuten ihan kohtuullisen komea tää niinku maakin torni. Semmonen katouskotapa sanotaan nyt vaikka niin.
This is ridiculous. Magister Iren should never have taken in a mangy cat like you.
Relax, Huldressa. I'm working on it.
You better work fast, because when Magister Iren... What the... Oh!
Jaha.
All right. That was a little funny.
Huldressa muuttui vuoriksi.
I forgot to put an enchantment on Hildressa to protect her from the magic. Oh, don't look at me like that. It wasn't on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Oh, these moats are becoming a real knot in my tail. I'll work on these traps while you rifle through Magister Iren's things. One of those moats got to her. Thankfully, it was just one of the mischievous ones. It turned her into a guar. Don't worry, it's just an illusion. She'll be disoriented but unharmed. In fact, I think some time as a reptile might be good for her.
Noi illuusiot on näissä peleissä tosi voimakkaita, niinku oliko se niinku Greymoorissa tää yksi Danver-seikkailija muutettiin pulloksi. Illuusio. Kaikki näkee sen pullon, se kuvittelee itse olevansa pullo.
To be fair, she didn't like me first. When Magister Iren took me in, Huldressa didn't waste any time deciding I was a no-good street urchin who's too impulsive for her own good. She's not entirely wrong, but she never even gave me a chance. Magister Iren knows what he signed up for. Taking me on, I'll admit it's no small feat, but he's never judged me for being the way I am, which is why I don't want to disappoint him by ruining his tower with unhinged magic. I forgot to put an enchantment on Hildressa to protect her from the magic. Oh, don't look at me like one of those motes got to her. I think so. I'm using a variation of something I was already working on. I enchanted a bit of silver for each of them. It's simple. When a mote gets near one of the traps, it should suck it up like... The original idea was an olive branch for Huldressa, a spell that cleans up dust. My magicka practice kicks up a lot of the stuff, so I wanted to make something that would help her out a bit. I'll make the traps using the same design. I'll get to work on the traps for the motes. Good thoughts only.
Jaha, katsotaan sitten maankin tavaroiden läpi. Tää toimii jopa mikkihiiressä. Crafting-ohli kyllä, kiitos. Investigator Vale ja Haunted Lighthouse. Tää taitaa itse asiassa olla uusi. Musiikin voisi ottaa mukaan. Nyt oli haarukas. Tämä ei ole arvoksi. No vihreät ei ylipäätään ole hirveän arvokkaita. reseptejä tai esineitä ylipäätään. Sorrows of the Wind.
You in here? Did you find anything useful about them? I finished the traps. Once we set them up, they should take care of the moats. Then I can sort out the livestock in Uudessa, and at some point create a counterspell to fix everything for good. Did you learn anything useful? Oh, I read that one with the wind sorrow lady, right? Oh, what if my spell disturbed her and that's why the moats are acting up? That's troubling, and also a problem for future Ember. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Or two things, actually. The traps are finished, but the livestock and Uudessa are still a problem. I want to figure out a way to return them all to their natural forms before the illusion does any damage. Could you set the traps while I do that? Here, I'll mark some places to set the traps. They're in a pack by the work tables outside. While you do that, I'll figure out how to fix the livestock and Uudessa. Then I can work on my counterspell. Meet me by the livestock pens when you're done. Good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're...
Tää voi räjähtää niin pahasti pännääköä. Se on ilmeisesti hyvä paikka. Ansat on siinä. Tommonen ansa. Aika niinku säännönmukainen tää paikka tonne ympyrä. Miehestä takaisin lehmäksi. Erikoinen operaatio. Enhanced C.
All right, let's get you two back to your regular chicken selves. Ha! I knew it would work. Run along, ladies. You're back! The traps worked, didn't they? See? I told you I know what I'm doing. Mostly. Speaking of which, I think I figured out a way to return the livestock to their original forms. I made something. I know it looks like a spoon, but, well, technically it is a spoon, but I enchanted it.
Spoon of Undo.
I call it the Spoon of Undo. I just tested it on those chickens. It removes the illusions perfectly. Normally I wouldn't bother, but illusions can be disorienting and cause terrible headaches. I don't want any of the animals suffering while I come up with my counterspell. Oh, and Uudessa. I suppose I don't really want her suffering either. Here, take the Spoon of Undo. If you could run around and fix the livestock and Uudessa, that will give me a chance to finally whip up this counterspell. By the time you're finished, I'm sure I'll have something figured out. Just look around for people making animal noises. I'm sure they won't be hard to find. And tell them I'm sorry when you change them back, would you? As for Huldressa, I'm all in favor of leaving her as a guar. Just kidding. Kind of. It sounds cute when you say it. It's a pretty simple reversing enchantment. It should counteract the magic from the motes and dispel the illusion. Basic stuff. Not even I can mess up. I wasn't trying to turn animals into people, I swear. I had a theory about animating the inanimate. One of Magister Irin's texts gave me the idea. That's probably why he locks so many of his books away, now that I think about it. Well, I'm hoping to avoid that scenario. But if it does happen, I'm not sure. He's an odd one. I'm too old for him to punish, and he's not really the type to dole out discipline anyway. I think he'd be disappointed, which is so much worse. Well, they're still animals. They might run around a bit, but I doubt they'll make it too difficult for you. They're not exactly geniuses. Personally, if I was a sheep and got turned into a human, I think I'd go off on an adventure. I'll be in the tower working on the counterspell. Come find me when you're done.
Jaha. Noin. Tosi omassa muodossaan. Missä toinen meni? Tossa on yksi. Noin. Eläinten pelastaminen suoritettu.
Was I just a guar? This is all Emma's fault. Oh, I feel strange. It was quite unpleasant. Thank you for saving me. I know I'm nothing to gawk at, but I prefer to look like this instead of a guar. All right? She made me look like a guar. What do you think? I told Magister Aaron that Emma was trouble the moment she showed up. Trouble, I said. But did he listen? There wouldn't be anything to work out if that careless Khajiit would listen more and mind her elders. She's brash and often quite rude. Why am I standing here talking to you? I'm going back to my kitchen and I may just have a glass of brandy.
Tää ratkaisee ongelmia. No, okei. Tää räjähti.
I assume Huldressa is back to her charming self? I've run into a problem. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I've nearly finished my counterspell, but I need to find a tome called The Mirrored Way to complete it. I know Magister Iren has it, but it's not with the rest of his books. That's the bad news. Because if the Mirrored Way isn't with the rest of his things, it's probably locked away in his arcane library. The library he specifically forbids me from entering.
Ja varmaan
The
hyvästä
tome I need
syystä.
has to be in there. Without it, I can't make the counterspell. Magister Iren has warned me not to enter his library 1,000 times. But these are special circumstances. There will probably be some magical traps inside meant to keep me out. So I'll need your help getting the book while I deal with them. Once we find the Mirrored Way in Magister Iren's library, I can finish my counterspell. I just hope the old man wasn't serious about putting something dangerous inside to keep me out. He was definitely kidding. Had to be. Come on, let's go.
Kuka ei miinottaisi oman aarekammionsa?
Not sure. I picked the lock on the place as soon as I figured out he didn't want me getting in there. He's since put up protections and told me to stay out unless I have his permission. I'm sure he's got some kind of ward or barrier set up. It wasn't hard. Mages like Magister Iren tend to think in very magical ways. They'll put magic reinforcements over every inch of a place. But forget, a few pins and a good ear can foil them. And to be fair to him, I'm a very good lockpick. Necessity. I wasn't exactly raised in the lap of luxury. Not even in the lap of genteel poverty, for that matter. You get good at things like that if you don't want to be hungry. Or caught by guards or angry merchants. Follow me. The library is downstairs. Give me just a moment to pick the lock. All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can. I don't sense anything. Maybe the old man was bluffing.
Kohta räjähtää.
Fish biscuits!
I warned you, Ember.
This spell is specifically targeting me. I'll figure out a way down. You just focus on getting the book.
Täällä on uusia kirjojakin. British of Mania. Dementia Mania Seugaratin Shivering Islandin osia. Tää toi vähän hullulta kuulostaa. Ymmärrän tuota kieltä täydellisesti.
That's it, you got it! Now let's get out of here before I set off something else. Magister Iren really didn't want me getting in there, huh? I have to admire the dedication. I didn't know the old man had it in him. He had something to target me specifically. What a sneaky old goat. Good thing I had you with me. You managed to get the book, right? Let me see it. Let me take a look. No, not that. That would be bad. What about this? Oh, here it is. It's Amahan ist Exis, not Gahan Amexis is. Good thing I checked. See? That's personal growth right there. 2 different arcane glyphs. They do entirely different things when written and pronounced aloud. The second one is what I need for my counterspell. Now, all that's left is to get to the old ritual circle and cast this. I'll need your help again. The counterspell should set everything right in Tordrayak. things will be just as Magister Iren left them, and I won't have to face his furrowed brow.
Vahva ehkä.
I'll need your help at the ritual site. Casting a spell this big is a two-person job. The old ritual circle is a place of power, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. I plan to draw on the magic there to help strengthen my counterspell. Magister Iren told me about it. This probably isn't how he wanted to implement the lesson. Maybe? Old tales and myths always start from some truth at some point in time. The moats around here seem to be affected by more than my spell, is all I'm saying. I always expect the worst. I find it helpful.
Se yleensä toteutuu.
If luck is with us, maybe just some irritated wildlife we can deal with as we've done before. Or some of the bolder moats. But if there is some truth to the ancient tales, then maybe we find some sort of really cranky wind spirit.
Vahva ehkä.
The ritual circle is just up the hill to the north. I'll meet you there.
Polkujen pistäminen serpenttiiniksi itse asiassa aiheuttaa sen, että pelialue tuntuu isommalta kuin se oikeasti on. Rituaaliliekkejä.
I'm here. First we need to set the ritual flames. There's 3 around the site. Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar. Here we go.
Missä on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Almost there. It's done. The spell is set. Follow me. We should be able to see it materialize. Any second now.
Yeah.
We did it! Come on, let's get back to the tower.
Not my rest, foul creatures.
Hyvää yötä.
Used to work under these conditions. I was turned into a guar. A guar!
Of course, Huldressa. I promise to address the situation.
See that you do.
Huldressa sold me out, didn't she?
Let me speak to your associate first, Ember. So, you were witness to the events here, and as I understand it, you had a hand in bringing them to an end. For that, I thank you. And if you'll indulge me, I do have a few lingering questions. What in the world happened? I don't know what I expected, leaving her to her own devices here, even temporarily. Ember and Trouble are old friends. I can still feel the repercussions of this spell gone awry, as you say. Do I have you to thank for rectifying it? I see. As trying as she can be, she truly is a talented mage. She can be impatient, but given her natural inclination to magic, it's understandable. I always knew I was perhaps not the best teacher for her. I took her in because I knew I couldn't leave someone as skilled and impulsive as her to her own devices. But I have neither the time nor aptitude to teach her properly. It's my own failing. Speak to her, would you? I must collect my thoughts. Don't worry, Ember isn't in any trouble. While I am not pleased about my traumatized cook, I must concede that everything is back in order and the consequences of Ember's magic weren't dire. Still, I must consider what to do now. I don't mean to give the impression that Ember is incapable of learning. That's not the case. She's a bright mage, one of the brightest I've ever seen. Everything I've taught her, she's taken to like flame to parchment. But therein lies the problem. Just like a flame, Ember wants to devour everything around her. Her appetite for knowledge is ceaseless. That's good quality in a mage, but not necessarily one I'm equipped to deal with. By my own admission, I'm methodical, cautious, by the books. Exactly right. Ember needs someone who can keep up with her. Someone who thrusts themselves headlong into adventure so that she may temper herself and her magic beside them. Perhaps when I was younger, I could have been that for her, but not now.
Hey, you! Let's talk while Magister Irin collects his thoughts. I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but he looks amused. It's probably because he's wanted to turn Huldressa into a guar at some point. He just won't admit it. And the fact that we fixed it all before he got here helped. Well, I've been thinking. I'm grateful to Magister Irin, but sitting and reading about magic has little appeal to me. This whole thing just proved to me that I'm too restless here. I want to do magic, not just study it. Go on adventures, see things. I think it's time. I've been given good training here, but I still have a lot to learn. For me, the best teachers are curiosity and experience. I learn best by doing, so I need to get out in the world and continue my training. Ember the sorcerer.
Tästä sai kompanionin.
I like the sound of that.
Käsit
But
kompanionin.
that can come later. First, take this. It's not much, but you deserve it. I think we made a good team today. If you ever need a sorcerer who has your back, let me know. We'd have some fun.
Tämä saattaa olla ihan mielenkiintoinen personal questi.
Magister Irin, I'm grateful for your teachings and your patience. But I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Do write me occasionally.
I should go pack my things. And say goodbye to Huldressa. Not a chance.
Alright, saatiin kompanio. Ilmeisesti näissä lisäosissa tulee kompanioneja sitten niin kuin ainakin kerran vuodessa. Nää kaksi on toistaan avattu. Okei, täältä saat toisenkin vielä ilmeisesti tästä saaresta.
You want to talk about something?
Mischievous caster. Safer schemer. Alright, tälle täytyy vaan niinku hankkia noi tavarat. Varusteet sitten. Okei, ehkä ei tämä. Nyt se näyttää tää veloituksen maagienkin. Killan toi kaapu mukana. Alright, eli tää oli kompanionin hankkimisquesti. Ja että fauneja on täällä päin. Vulkaaninen paikka. Tää ilmeisesti on tuliperäinen tää saari ja räjähtämässä liitoksistaan. Ei näköjään halua uida, jos pelaaja on selässä. Emberkään ei halua uida. Albatros Lead. Tähän hyppyjä tuolta on tehty. History. Tasoinen kaiken lisäksi.
I love a good fire. Reminds me of being a kid. Being hungry wasn't so bad when you were... You've got a talent for finding those.
Näillä on omat jutut, mistä ne tykkää. Näillä kompanioneilla ja jostain menettää niinku tosiaan itse luottamusta ja jostain jutuista saa aika iso kasa noita niinku puheita, että mihin ne... Välillä se tuntuu siltä, että se on sattumanvarasta, mutta välillä ne ei oikeesti reagoi juttuihin, mitä sä teet. Vähän tuossa jyrkkä rinne tossa.
And we're off!
Nää tappoi sen jo. Ja ei me sitten hoidakaan tätä. Palaamme kaupunkiin. Varmaan niin pääjuonta voisi jatkaa sitten ensi kerralla. Katsoo nyt. Varmaan viikonloppuna pelailisin MGS2 ja Dark Soulsia, jos vaan mitenkään riittää aikaa. Mut niin kun, tätä olisi kiva jatkaa niin kun sellainen mahdollisimman nopeasti. Tullaan takaisin kaupunkiin. Täällä olisi oikeastaan tässä sitten